If you're a veteran waiting on a disability rating, you already know the process can be a real grind. But behind the scenes, the architecture of how your claim is handled is changing fast. Today, we're jumping right into an explainer on exactly how artificial intelligence is currently interacting with your VA disability claims. And we're doing it using the agency's own official documents and oversight reports. Look at this growth trajectory. These numbers come straight from the VA's own AI inventory. We're talking 40 AI use cases in 2023, jumping to 229 in 2024, and projected to hit 367 in 2025. I mean, that is a staggering 9-fold growth in just 2 years. The takeaway here? It's simple. If you filed a claim recently, AI was almost certainly involved somewhere in the pipeline. So let's look at the actual systems operating right now. 4 deployed systems really do the heavy lifting. You've got one routing literally 40,000 mail packets a day, another processes pension and burial claims, a third produces draft documents for human raters to read, and a fourth flags suspicious payment redirects for human investigators. This is the architecture the VA relies on today, operating under their main guiding principle: AI assists, but humans decide. And the VA fiercely defends that position publicly. Writing a rebuttal in the Facts on May 15, 2026, VA Press Secretary Quinn Slavin stated verbatim, "AI is not being used to decide claims." Now, the VA's internal inventory largely backs that up. But when we actually pull the internal oversight records, well, that position becomes a lot harder to hold. Which brings us to the Office of Inspector General. The OIG has been tracking the real-world performance of these automated tools behind closed doors. And their internal reviews introduce a pretty serious layer of evidence-based friction regarding patient safety and payment accuracy. The absolute crucial metric here is the documented error rate. Back in September 2023, the OIG sampled a group of hypertension disability claims processed through the automation project. Get this. Even with human review in place, they found that 27% of those sampled claims contained inaccurate determinations. And that impact scales up incredibly fast. In a separate review of PACT Act claims, the OIG estimated that 31,400 claims received incorrect effective dates. This was traced directly back to unreliable automated tools, resulting in a projected $20.4 million in improper payments over just 3 years. Which leads us to this stark warning about your healthcare. The OIG documented that generative AI chat tools were actually being deployed in clinical care without coordinating with the National Center for Patient Safety. In Advisory Memorandum 26-00182-42, released January 15, 2026, the OIG explicitly states, VHA does not have a formal mechanism to identify, track, or resolve risks associated with generative AI. So while these risks are very clearly documented, the safety nets are shifting. The federal framework that specifically required agencies to notify you when AI affects your benefits was rescinded. The replacement policy set a compliance deadline of April 3, 2026. Well, that deadline has come and gone, with absolutely no public reporting from the VA on which AI tools were certified, waived, or completely removed from operations. But listen, you have the agency to protect your claim today. Don't wait for a notification that might never come. Ask in writing if AI processed your claim. File a Freedom of Information Act request for your complete file. Keep hard copies of every single CNP exam result and DBQ, and report any suspected errors through standard appeal channels immediately. The VA's official line is that a human makes every final decision, but if an automated system drafted the very documents that the human is reading, who is really steering the ship?